Don't do anything. Wait, shh, wait, because Seb's not back. So
Yeah,
he's not going to know
like
we're
we're
live.
not live. Are you ready now, mate? We're about to go live. Are you ready?
Does that make America great again?
Seb, what were you? Oh, you can't
hear
hear us. Are you ready to go live, mate?
I can see you're already live, mate.
I'm not going to lie. Part of me was really worried.
About what?
About what Seb would do.
Yeah.
What I would say.
All right, let's pretend like we've just gone live now. Right, you ready?
Hi! Bonjour, England! Bonjour, Australia! Bonjour, everywhere. Welcome to the JSF show.
What?
Chat, Fred Seb. Not just fucking Seb or something.
Wow.
Wow. How you doing?
We're back for the second half of the New South Wales Grand Final. And we're going to be just doing the same as what we did the other day.
Analyze.
Yeah.
How is everyone?
Watching, analysing, making sure you don't do so many errors, especially Tim. Good morning,
Hi,
Tim.
Good morning, Tim.
I'm guessing it's evening for you. Good evening.
Morning,
Morning,
King.
Lewis. God, someone I actually like.
Yeah, quick one reminder for people sending in your questions to wheelchairrugbyleague@gmail.com.
Yeah, actually, shout out to Dan Edwards. Sent us a little video with a question, apparently.
Nice idea.
Oh, thank you. We could show that as well.
Yeah. We'll sort that out.
No.
Good
I
time.
might send in a few questions with a video.
No, don't. Not you. Not you.
Not me.
Come on. We don't need questions from you, right? You go away.
Right, sweet. Here we go.
Have you told Jade? Wait, before we start, has Jade stopped playing Fortnite?
No, she's not. You can tell by his face.
She's doing nails. No, it's not on the telly.
Was it on then?
Well, it's not. Fortnite's not on.
It's not on the telly, but is it on something else?
No.
Okay.
I'm a professional. Jade just went, I'm not.
Professional. Hi, Gary.
Hi, right. Gary.
So we stopped this game. What was the score? The Reds were winning.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember now.
So the Dragons.
Pen and paper gone.
Wait, you didn't type it in the end of the last one, did you?
No. We forgot to. Because we're so professional.
Yeah, look at that. Keeping notes somewhere in here.
Hiya, Fred. How you doing?
Good, mate.
Oh, is that you? Sorry, mate. I just...
Yeah, it must be all those Freds, you know.
Yeah, right, so what I've just got 26-10 to the Dragons.
Ooh.
Doesn't surprise me. As soon as I heard the word Dragons, it just makes me think of Catalan Dragons. So obviously they're going to win.
Not Dundee Dragons.
No. Talking about Dragons,
Dragons,
I hope everyone had a happy St. George's Day yesterday, you know, talking about dragons, you know, he's the Dragon Slayer. There you
go. I find it weird, don't you find it weird that like we have a really big celebration of like St. Patrick's Day and stuff, but why don't we have a big party for St. George's Day over here?
Yeah, it's slowly getting a bit bigger. Like more, there's a few more sort of flags that go out and stuff like that. But you're right, Paddy's Day is like boom.
Yeah,
I think it's a tough one as well because obviously, like so many like of the like racial sort of parties use the flag and stuff. So it's like the whole swastika because obviously originally that's a Hindu sign for like peace and everlasting or something. But,
really?
Yeah, man. You look, it's all.
I'm going to fail at these general knowledge questions. I actually
Which sign you said?
The swastika.
Oh yeah. So
I
went to where was it? I went to I think in Thailand.
Yeah.
If like there's all sorts of signs like this way monument or like things like that, and there's always that sign. And
Yeah,
like,
it's
wow,
like,
how weird.
and he sort of just took it. He was like, "Oh, I like that," but it's
Yeah.
things like that where I think where it's sort of it's slowly, but yeah, there was a couple of flags I saw it yesterday, but I think that's why it's not as broad because people don't want to be seen as. Oh, okay.
Saint George is a huge thing in Catalonia as well. They call it Saint Jordi. Jordi is George in Catalan.
Yeah.
It's a huge event. Huge event.
Right, so that's just the end of the first half, and that's when we're all having that debate about.
You're playing a slower speed, don't forget. Jack.
Did I not? Is it still on a slow? I thought I put it
Yeah, we
back.
dropped it down to do the replay, didn't we?
No, it's normal. I put it back before.
In that case, this is skipping like mad, dude.
Yeah, you really have to start buffering before we start the live, mate. Honestly,
Who's singing?
Really, so unprofessional. It's Sarah. She's making too
It's
much
been
noise.
buttering all night.
Can tell Sarah to do Can we have a second verse or?
Well, she was actually just imitating me, going "Good morning." She's really fed up of me screaming all the time. I keep shouting, and yeah. Obviously not right now because this is the moment in the day where I'm still like
Lunchtime. Yeah.
I'm just.
You talking about food again?
Yeah, that's all he ever does, mate.
I need like give me a couple of hours and boom, I'm way alive.
So we've realised, well, Lottie has, that I'm pretty addicted now to brushing my beard.
Well, because of the
yeah, I literally
because
sit
of the beard struggle.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like because it's next to me, I'm just constantly like that, but I don't realise. And she's like, "Why are you brushing your beard again?" I was like, "It just feels nice." Oh, nice! Oh, nice, Jack. I just see what you did.
Oh yeah,
it was segue into that.
I actually thought that was your like secret code for Jack.
Oh no, not at all. I just realised I was doing it then on stream. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Still skipping by the way, mate.
I think it just takes a bit to like catch up with the StreamYard. Jade is painting her nails.
Jade.
You're
on the Wi-Fi.
The nail polish does not use Wi-Fi.
Is the microwave on?
Is the microwave on?
Mate, same frequency as Wi-Fi. When I used to work at the Tina Turner show, someone turned the microwaves on. You couldn't use your phones on the Wi-Fi.
Right, so Fred's definitely going to win the quiz on Saturday, isn't he? He's full of like random knowledge.
Mate, you're going to talk about wheelchair rugby though, and if you talk about the running game, I'm screwed. Let's be honest.
Yeah, me too.
No running game questions. We'll be ridiculous.
Right, come on. Let's get this.
Here we go. Third time's a charm.
If you had other players on, like Tom, Scraps, Joe, they would know everything about the running game questions. But, mate, hiya, Steph.
Yeah, we're not real fans, are we?
Real and raw. Yeah, mate. We're just analysing your shit game. I'm just kidding. Joke.
You're so bad, man. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. What's happening?
It's weird. It's not skipping forward. It's skipping like slow. Yeah, we're back up to speed now. I think that was just a video, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, I think that they're just slow. I think that's the problem.
Wow.
Got it there. Oh, you know what we say in French? We say cassé. Oh my god. Right, so this is what we were talking about last time. Falling over, first tackle, waste of time. Quick play the ball.
And we're off.
Back. That's all right.
Bit of speed. Tag up
or offload something.
Cool.
They just lost all their momentum. Then, unfortunately, they caught the ball without being at full pace, which is what we were talking about last time as well. Good morning, Nate.
Right.
Hey, Nate, mate.
It's a corner.
Yeah, so it's still the same thing. They haven't adapted the game plan. They're still taking these single drives that
Are they back to the starting five? The
aren't giving them biggest momentum.
It looks like it, yeah.
But then the Reds are doing exactly the same thing. I mean, it goes for a settle and then kind of
got you to quick tag.
last minute
Here he
fight.
comes. Oh.
So it's just slow tagging up.
One of the things we teach
That's better.
Yeah,
that's
that was
better.
good speed. Is if you hold the ball in the hand of the arm you've been tagged, you have your other arm free to tag up.
Yeah, giving the shoulder you want to give.
Well, not that. Like, so if it's on your lap and you catch it, or if you've got it sort of in two hands when you're going in, hold it in the hand, the arm you've been tagged.
Yeah.
Because so many people will put it into one arm and then be like, oh, and then swap over. That's what you did just then.
Such a shame. Number 7. Oh, not 17 then. Well, the right winger didn't have speed there when he caught the ball because he could have gone straight to the try line there.
What's this been called back for? Do we know?
I don't know.
Tim, straight in there.
You could just pull him back.
Square up. You can do that all in one movement, Tim. You can use your hips, buddy.
In fact, Tim, you need more straps on your chair. Make it so that your where your knees are strapped to the wheelchair as tight as possible so they can't move, and you'll be able to move the chair with your hips a lot easier.
It's forward pass. Yeah. Straps. People underestimate the importance of straps.
Big time.
Like, straps are so important in a wheelchair sport, and it was
because I never used to wear one around my knees, mainly because of how top heavy I am in a chair. I was always falling out, and it was more beneficial for me to be able to pop out one leg to get back up. So I could pop it out of the foot strap and then get myself back up to the seated position. But as soon as I got that tag around my knees, you just have so much more control of your chair, and it's just a bit harder to get up. It's a problem, but it comes with it, sort of.
Yeah, the thing with having your legs strapped in more as well, though, you've got to weigh up is when you're going into these collisions, you've got more control of your chair to stop yourself from falling.
Yeah, because I did a hard, like really tight strap, and I was screwed because of how high my chair is as well. Like my fingertips just about were touching the floor. Yeah, like, I couldn't pop over my casters because they're like full height. And so what I've got is like it's like a back support. It's a little spongy one, so there's a little bit of give in it, but not a lot. But it makes so much difference. Like if my casters weren't so high, I'd 100% put a really tight strap across my knees.
Yeah, well, it just makes the chair part of your body, really. I mean, it took me a while to figure out. I didn't have proper straps until just before the 2017 World Cup, mate, and it changed everything.
Well, Jack told me, he's like, you need to strap your knees. I was like, yeah.
Nice done, everyone. Got to be hitting the gaps though there.
Oh, unlucky Tim. Just overrun him.
Straighten up.
Oh, get out of the way.
Kick.
I think there would have been all sorts of penalties there if you actually got that ball.
All right. So now, right now you should be quickly putting your tag on, quickly pinging the ball, but
go! You can't do that, can you? You can't hold the ball.
No.
That'll be a turnover.
But it's being fast at the wrong time. Like where you should be fast is putting your tag on.
Yes, the initial part.
But then when you've got to make sure someone's ready for you to pass the ball to start the actual movement. If no one's ready, you can just wait.
So one of the things I've noticed as well is everyone seems to look at their Velcro.
That's one thing. I'll just take it back there. If I remember what I was going to say about coming through. This is a running game play. You see how Corey goes through the gap.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Yeah. It's a running game play that you have a couple of options on your left. And you have like one close to the line, one further back, and one wider in the running game, and then they work it through. And they do it a couple of times because they've got 13 players, obviously. That would be nice to see.
So what I was talking about is when they've all tagged up, they all do this.
Look at the tag.
Look for where their Velcro is. You need to know where that is because that's your time to look at where people are coming up from or
Seb
use
does
that
it
time.
before every game, don't you, Seb?
Yeah. Yeah,
You have to dial it in with new kits, didn't you? Especially when like
especially
the England
especially when you get a new top, because like when we get the England tops, very often the whether the actual Voca is doesn't suit me at all. They're always really high for some reason at the moment.
Oh, it drives me insane, high Velcro.
So yeah, so you know your habits are to put it here, and it's actually up here, and then it's just you've got to get that muscle memory. You know, muscle memory is so important, and it is for tagging up as well, because it's just a major part of the game in World Rugby League.
That should be something that you don't need to think about. You should just have it on.
Yeah.
But then, you know, it's not that bad of a habit to actually have a quick glance at it to make sure it is on properly, and
it just slows you down though.
Yeah.
Because the hardest thing most of the time it's to get one tag off your lap. That's normally the hardest thing, because where you have so many, you'll grab a fucking handful sometimes.
Yeah.
It's well annoying.
But the thing is, right now they're wasting much more time at the tackle, actually getting their chair back straight.
Yeah, but if you don't have to,
and then getting the tag off.
Yeah, because it will halve the time if they can do. Because like I do the same thing. If I square my chair up with my legs and put tag on with my arm, and the ball's ready to play anyway, so you can halve all of that. Because where they're doing this and then squaring up, you can literally like take a massive chunk off of that.
Like when you said, Seb, that you use when you're going into a tackle, you use your elbows on the wheels to slow yourself down. So once you've slowed down, what you can do if you do get knocked out of square, you can be tagging up while you've got the ball in one hand, tagging up with your free hand, and using your elbows to straighten your chair at the same time. That's what I do.
Yeah, you can do everything so quickly.
Multitasking.
But see, if he played the ball, if he had slowed down his chair and tag up quickly, he had two players draw it in there with him, and they could have done a huge play afterwards. And instead, they do this: they gain 1 meter, don't gain any momentum. That's like a useless drive there.
We want a bad kick.
Was a good kick.
But again, there were no pace to the chase, so Corey would have probably got that if they set up for that kick a bit better. You know, actually, when his dad got the ball, he was sat still for the kick. But if everyone were pushing up at 100 miles an hour and at their top speed, Corey's got the pace on anyone on that pitch, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh, there's Brad Grove as well.
Oh yeah, Brad Grove as well. Yeah, so Brad Grove might have got there still, but
he was the one that was at the ball though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh, dangerous kick.
Go on, Tim.
Tag up, sit your hips back. Nice. A lot quicker, but I think he was tackled.
So, what are they calling it?
Tackle or penalty?
He was incorrectly called. Oh, so refs aren't always right, are they not, Tim? Right. I get it.
Reference.
Mate, now I just finally understood what happened during the World Cup final then. Incorrectly called back for things.
Oh dear. I mean, I hope October goes ahead with Australia coming over.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm not going to be in that one.
No, you're not. You're going to be in Australia.
Right, that's the rule now as well. You're not allowed to hold the tag and not take it off.
Yeah.
But he's doing it again, and this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Just rip it. Rip your arm. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
If someone does that to you, a good thing for that. So if they're holding the tag, best thing to do is just give a pull back with your shoulder fast. Make them take it off for you.
You then have the advantage.
Either you just offload it. Someone's got to be there and support. If that's a habit they have and they're not taking the tag off, someone should be there all the time, and you can just offload it to him, and you'll gain even more meters. And every time he does that, he'll just, waste time and maybe get a try scored against them.
we are only humans, Seb. If I stuff up, I admit I stuff up, unlike some people who blame everyone else.
Yeah. Well, everyone has his way of living.
I was expecting Seb to go, no, you're wrong.
Oh dear.
Tim's always wrong. Look at him. Look at him with his cap on.
Aim for a gap, buddy.
That's better. Don't get it.
Go.
Yeah, so I think with settlers, it's important to not try too hard, but you should also try and win your duel, which means not just hit him straight, just hit him
way
to the
too
side
flat,
of his
Seb.
chair. Way too
Let me
what?
go back there.
No, the whole offensive line was like nearly in line with him. Look, you've got one person in the back.
When Yara comes back in on this next drive, watch how he puts the fast play of the ball in. He hasn't got anyone coming.
So it's this one. He offloads it.
Corey should be getting ready for this drive now.
Look where everyone is.
Bang. And now they're set.
Just too shallow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the kick's good. Unlucky with the drop, but
that's so unlucky because if they went back like quickly and then came back quickly, they would be so scary as a team. But because they're not, there's no threat at all. I love your look, Jack says. Kif kif.
Kif kif.
Oh, kif kif.
Just getting myself. Is that kif kif? Is that how you say that? Is that their actual name?
No, it's not their actual name.
Oh,
Mate,
yeah.
come on, kif kif. That's not a name.
I don't know how the French name the babies.
I used to work with a guy called Met. That was quite funny.
Her real name is Natalie.
Natalie. Thank you, Natalie.
You just outed her on social media, dude.
Yeah.
Keith was such an alias.
That was her brand.
Her alter ego.
Tu connais Aqualand, Kif Kif là? J'ai ma petite casquette Aqualand là, tu vois?
I didn't hear an apology in that.
No, definitely not an apology in that.
Since when do you understand French?
Oh no, you didn't apologise.
It's pardon, right?
Severely wrong. My name is Nata.
Look, she's had to own up to it now.
Nata means cream in Spanish. She's creamy.
Wow.
Nice pickup.
Quick. Tag up. There's no one near you.
Wrong side. That's all right. That was good.
Yeah.
In Stefan's defence, he's already admitted I was a space cadet majority of this game. Don't mind me.
Je fais pas le poids avec Jack. Mais t'inquiète, je le laisse être ridicule. Moi,
Seb, are you talking about me?
Tranquille. Moi, je viens de me réveiller. Je suis fatigué.
I think he's saying you're a nightmare to work with.
I'm a nightmare to work with.
Puis bon, il a vraiment l'habitude d'être ridicule.
Yeah, you gotta come from deeper, Tim.
Like Corey, like we say, Corey's one of the fastest on the pitch at the moment. And when he's taking the drives, he's not going at his full speed. It's like 50% of his pace.
Pause it for a sec, Jack. On here, there's a lot of people are overrunning the play, right? So they end up in front of the play. If you go back just slightly, what's happening is like Tim did it as well. He pushed up and he stopped dead as soon as he realised he's overrun. Go back to the one before that as well. But basically, what happens is as soon as, especially from the Dragons team, as soon as anyone's overrun the play or anything, they stop. The problem with stopping is you're now a bollard. So if anyone that's in front of that, you're now an extra obstacle that other players have to dodge. You're better off if you overrun it to keep going, circle out of the way, and then come back into the play. It's like
try and get back in the play as soon as possible.
Because you're just an extra body that's in the way. It's like every time someone overruns, they're just stopping and then waiting for the play to sort of overtake them.
This is good, though. They've got another dropout, another repeat set from this, so they're building a lot of pressure. Oh, no, sorry, they haven't. He caught it on the full, didn't he? Idiot, Jack.
You know the rules. Well done. Oh, good. There's a try for the Dragons. Oh, no, wait, no. He's just tagging up. Sorry.
What's up with Yara?
I think he was complaining he had 2 tags on his shoulder.
All right.
If he took it off and he still had one on. Oh. Looks like Yara's a dirty player.
Nice. See there, it's just sat in the middle. Just
Get set.
get moving.
Get set.
That's unlucky.
Oh, I hate when the ball bounces like that.
It is back.
Stop going backwards.
Yeah, so they just
lost.
So that's what I don't like. So I was mentioning last time that sometimes, even if it is fifth tackle, you don't have to kick the ball, because if they just kept it and you know, maybe you don't score a try, but you get sixth tackle and you're on their try line. So for them to go to your try line is really hard. But the outcome of that kick was that they got the ball back at halfway line, so they've got half the work to do. It's just what did we call it, Jack, during the camps? The good outcomes. What was it called?
Oh yeah,
3 positive outcomes. I can't remember it, but
unlucky, Tim.
It's serious ones would have known.
Yeah, you get good positioning on it. You put the ball as deep as you can.
But the idea is that you can't score at every set. I mean, you can't score every time you have the ball. So you just want to get the best outcomes possible each time.
Yeah.
And you know, and with time and using less energy than the other team, you'll score, kind of thing. So right then they used way too much energy because they tried to kick the ball hazardly and then actually lost it. It bounced back, and then they had to chase it back, and then they got to the halfway line. So they've got half the work to do, and you did half work more. So that's like a negative outcome because you just pushed too much where you didn't have to, and gave them less pushing to do. It's just, you know, instead of focusing on always trying to score, it's just trying to focus on positive outcomes of each set, kind of thing.
The positive outcomes, we always say, it's, you know, you're aiming for a try, repeat set, or a trap set. Trap set is where you're pinning them in their line. So if the try's not on, you try and get that repeat set in, and you know, causing them to make an error or getting a dropout. And then your last case scenario is, you know, you just take the ball in and you get tackled in the corners on their try line, and then you put some pressure on in the next defensive set to try and hold them back there, and then on your next set you're in a better position with more attempts at their try line.
Exactly. But you can't think to yourself that you're going to score each time. It's just not possible. You can, and you know, you've got to take that into consideration.
It's a game of momentum, isn't it? Got to build pressure and momentum. I haven't been keeping score, by the way.
Oof.
There's only been one try, isn't there? That was
just that
try.
one, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the red one scored as well.
Yes, they did, because we saw the kick. Yeah, you're right. So both teams had scored. I don't know if he made the kick.
Am I the only one watching this game? It seems like it. Quoi?
He just I believe he just shouted, "What?"
I think it was Qua.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Qua.
Qua.
Status quo.
Something like that.
Sarah was dancing for him behind the camera. Qua.
No, it was like I could hear mumbling.
Oh, everyone just overran too far. The winger was there. That'd have been great.
I want to see again.
How come he's still not into position, Tim? What's happening?
They all tucked with him to go left, and as soon as he cut back right, it was great. But you saw everyone. So this is the winger at the moment.
Yeah, the right option to take it back. Oh no, it's still live.
Yeah. But then everyone goes to that corner where, as soon as he cuts, they make so much room on the other side. He should have given it.
Everyone chasing the ball a bit, aren't they?
Yeah. Tim, no tag! As he slowly rolls back into defence.
Yeah, mate. Tim, your retreating there was appalling. And I don't know why you kept that tag in your hand. But...
Sorry, I'm playing with the kangaroo head with the cats.
Yeah, mate, we know you're not professional.
I told you I'm professional.
I think we should do it without you. We'll get someone professional on, like Joe Coyd or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's up yet.
We have to push it back further for Joe. And then Seb will get even more in a huff.
Surely you can just have an early lunch then.
I'm so hungry, mate.
Another reminder, remember the quiz is on tomorrow. Jeez, tomorrow, 7 o'clock. If you have any questions for us, send them into the email.
Are you looking for excuses, Tim?
Yeah.
I thought you...
That's not going to wash in the Australia camp.
Stuffed up. Sounds like excuses to me. Bad ones too.
Improvise, adapt, overcome, Tim. Or as Wayne would say, just push your chair.
You've got to implement a beep button on the on the keyboard, so you can just press it when we want to say things.
Is it actually a beep button?
No, I was saying you should set one up.
Get a little soundboard on your phone.
I'll get an air horn.
See, so
drop it over. Oh.
What happens when you don't catch the ball with pace is when you get this weird pushing your chair with one hand whilst carrying the ball with the other hand.
Give it out.
Give that.
Oh, give it. Oh, you lucky. You got lucky.
I was so lucky. That was
really
tackle. Good. And they're calling tackle.
Calling tackle.
Yeah, he deserved that. He deserved that because that was...
Go back on that.
No, he held on to it far too long.
It's not even that.
Before.
He tried to beat the player. All he had to do is tie that player up in front of him at the end of that. So there's already one here where Tim's made a great line actually on the outside.
Yeah, pulling them.
If he'd have got given that, again, you'd have made a lot more yards. But is this one here?
Right, so now
he's on a 1-on-1, a 2-on-1 with
the
21.
The second Brad turns, the ball should have gone out.
All he had to do is hit Brad and pass the ball. You tie up the defender, and then there's no one else going to get to him.
Literally, that was such an easy try, and he fucked it up. But it's what we were saying the other day, that it seems like a lot of them are trying individually to save the day, instead of playing with their teammates. And
the individual play on that would have been faking the ball before you got to the defender out to the wing, trying to lose the defender and then turning inside. Unfortunately, you turned and then tried to sort of get it over.
Yeah, but what went in when we did a psychology webinar the other day, what went into his mind the other day just then was he saw the try line, so just for a second he thought, oh, maybe I can score this. Yeah. Then he realised he couldn't because there was actually 3 defenders. And then he thought, oh shit, I'll pass it, but it was way too late. But it's just what's that thing called? Yeah, but it's just that couple of seconds where of ego where you think I could do this alone instead of doing it with my mate.
Always go for easy tries, guys. The thing is, it's like one of the things that we do, especially, do you know when you drive into a wing and the winger pulls their winger wide so you can get through? It's like we all know we didn't score that try. That was all because of that winger that's pulled their winger over. And so one thing we do is that we always congratulate the people that make the space for you.
You see, and you noticed it when he made that pass and the ball went down, even though the try wasn't given. Corey's celebrating like it was his try, and it was because he tried to make the pass. If he just made it earlier, it would have just as much meaning. We love you, Corey. Ooh. Keep it simple. I'm gonna have to take this off. It keep hitting me in the eyes.
So this is what happens every time to when they're in yarders, and it's really frustrating. I think Yara is the one that does it the most. He keeps trying to get past, and then doesn't, and then has to come back. It's just such a waste of time.
That was unlucky. You didn't really need to force that pass, though. They were very flat. Oh, he got his tag anyway. Pace, pace, pace. He barely got in front of the person that played the ball in.
Good 2-man. Yeah, if you commit 2 players, you have to make sure you get 2 tags, really, don't you?
Yeah.
As from a defensive point of view.
Yeah, and then as an attacking point of view, you should try and just give that one shoulder to avoid getting 2 tags taken off.
Yeah, make sure they can't get one.
And Jason's back on.
Who's that sub for, sorry?
I think Jason's back on, the lad on the right here with beard.
Who
he's just come back on.
With beard.
Tigers? Or Dragons?
Yeah, Tigers.
No, Tigers.
Okay,
Big beard here.
Oh, the big beard? Cool.
Yeah.
Just smashed
he gets
him.
his... he's got a discount code as well for beardstruggle.com.
Has he?
There you go, Seb.
It's not my sponsor, mate.
You have to do a proper talk over Fred, use Fred 15 for all of your beard needs.
Mate, to be honest, when I was
Tim!
Oh.
Was that not the touchline? God, I thought that was the
I
touchline.
thought he went out, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice run.
You got no reserves in your knuckles, you mean?
Yeah, that's tough, dude. I mean, I know that one, but you've just got to leave it all out there.
That's what we always say at Halifax. A grand final is one of the best games to play with because you know that you don't have to save anything for another game or for a training next day sort of thing. It's literally the game to end the season, so you know that you can. It's easy to get in the mindset of going out there and I'm actually going to go exhaustion.
Can we watch that try back, please?
Of course you can, mate.
Yeah, someone's playing with a cat.
So nicely. It started off with that drive, getting them a bit flustered.
Pace, playing at pace. Yeah,
it's reaching out, and then Tim. I mean, it's not because it's you, but you should be either up with your defender, either pushing towards the touchline. Because if you push straight, it just gives him the option to easily go around you, especially when it's a fast player like Brad. So you should be higher up with your teammates and then pushing towards the touchline.
Yeah, but for me, it's Yara who needed to make that tackle. He reached a meter, meter before we were going to make contact. If he made contact, Brad was going on the floor straight away.
Yeah,
he
didn't go for chair positioning at all. He was just reaching, and reaching never works. Very rarely.
You get some lucky ones, but
you get some
more stupid when you don't get them.
Problem is, luck isn't always on your side, is it? But if you,
I know, but then he still could have been stopped. He still could have been stopped.
Oh yeah, that's it though. If you stop the chair, there's no real argument then, is there?
That was it was all chair positioning.
But Shorts Tigers, even though they're trailing from one error, they can capitalise on it.
Mm. But it's like Seb's been saying the whole time. One person comes in at speed, goes wide of a marker.
Yeah.
Nice. He's got a bit of speed, actually.
Yeah. That was much better.
Mm.
I find it amazing he can push his chair with the ball in his hand.
Oh, that was tough.
Nice.
Ooh, that's lucky.
Yeah, that was more unlucky for.
You hurt your arm, Brad.
I think he hurt it in the last try. To be fair, he fell over, and he overrun it once. There we go.
See,
Nice.
he did literally
That's a great little kick.
Exactly what I was talking about before, though. He overrun it, circled round, and came back in, and ended up scoring off of it.
Involved, yeah.
You just gotta keep your momentum.
Brad's doing it for the Tigers, isn't he?
Yeah, we always say, Tim, always trust your teammates, but in fact, never do.
Yeah.
Always say
It's a hard one, yeah.
That's the Tigers have scored twice. Did they get the kicks?
I couldn't tell you, mate.
Yeah, no, that makes that 20. Another 124.
They scored that one.
Scored that one, so that's 20. Right. So if they've got all the kicks, Tigers, then it's 26-32 to Dragons. If they've got all the kicks, though I'm not sure.
I think they got them all.
Tigers straight back in the game then. That's
Was
what I love about this game.
Play the ball though.
What are we talking about?
Excuses, Tim. Excuses, Tim.
Wasn't, mate. He circled around and came back behind and then went for the kick.
Oh, you're talking about Brad? Yeah. So he overrun it, went in front of the play of the ball, circled out of the way, and then come back and went in again.
Just awareness, lucky bounce, good finding space from Brad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you got a very lucky bounce.
Lucky bounce for sure, and yeah, he got there in time. So
there's not much you can do to defend in that way when everything comes. You can't do that. You can't you got to hold out. You got to make a stop, don't you, after a score?
Go back as well because it was slow.
It's soul destroying. All the hard work you've done at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah. Go back a little bit further. Go to the one before just to see how they get out of shape. Oh, is it from the kick?
Straight from the kick.
I was reading the bloody comments.
They get the ball back. So that's demoralising in itself.
Sorry, buddy. Can we not go back?
Tim, that was a useless drive again, mate. Honestly, just taking it.
I was just keeping the ball alive.
Right, so this is So here we've got what two in the centre, one's on the right.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, jumps out. Unlucky, buddy.
Jason was slow and retreating, and he didn't
know who his man was.
Yeah,
you got a number up.
Yeah, you can't let them score straight away when you scored. It just negates everything you've done at the other end, doesn't it?
They had so much time there to be ready in defence as well, because the play of the ball wasn't that fast. So you have time to look up and see who's your man. Can we watch it back just for Steph? Just one last time, mate. I just need to see something.
Oh wait, what's this? What's Tim put? But if he's in front of the ball,
Brad's obviously in pain right now. Wait,
the ball.
Wait, tiny bit more, please. Oh well, okay. Can you put it? Do you mind putting it in slow mo?
Wow, you're really going at him.
What this one?
That's fast.
No, mate, come on. Right, okay. So it's just to check out everyone's positioning. Can you click so we can get rid of that little box?
So what's that? 2 jumped over. That's 3 on that side. You've got the overlap on this side as well.
All right, so now it's tag second. We've got to retreat as quick as possible. Jason's not looking at the game right now. Turns her out the wrong way around.
It turns the right way, but just doesn't go for him.
Yeah, he just didn't. He sort of switched off on it.
Ooh, yep.
Seems to me that Brad doesn't jump off marker. Right? I mean, he shouldn't be marker there, but he didn't jump off marker, so because they had a 3-on-2 there.
Yeah, because he pushed up and then turned away from him. Right, I need to scroll back through the comments. I didn't see what Tim put. He put
I
something
think,
about the. He's in front of the ball when it's played.
It's just awareness, isn't it? I think they didn't retreat quick enough, and then they weren't looking up, like heads up to what was coming. So
yeah, Steph, you're right that Craig was sort of sold him that way, but it was actually the players that were running that way sold him, and Jason should have realised that them players aren't his responsibility. His responsibility was his man who's had the ball.
yeah.
He's got the ball, if the ball's priority, if you're ever in doubt, isn't it? Did he just get that kick?
Yes.
I think this score's completely wrong that I've got written down, to be fair.
Probably. Back to what Tim was saying. Tim said basically if someone is in front of the ball when it's played, they are out of the game, therefore offside
if
for the whole play.
To an onside position, they're all right, though, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not for the whole play. All you've got to do is get out of the. So you can't cause obstructions and stuff like that. You can't sort out crossing, but you can get out of it and come back onto an onside position and then play into the game again.
Yeah, it's like if you're in defence and you're not 4 meters back, and if they run at you, once you get 4 meters back, you can take their tag if they're chasing you.
Mm.
If you're in defence and you're retreating, someone runs at you at your back, but you don't try to take the tag. Once you get to 4 meters, you can take their tag.
But this as well is if you're making the effort to get out of the way, that's a bigger deal than if you just push forward and stop. You're then much more of a hindrance to both teams, really, and you'll be more likely called for blocking.
You're back in play, aren't you?
Yeah.
You guys have figured that Tim's just looking for excuses, right? It's just
But
Tim's doing a Seb.
Maybe that's why you used to clash heads so much.
Yeah.
Same person.
Only works when I do it, mate.
Oh, it don't.
You keep telling yourself that it works, mate.
Whilst you were going on and talking or whatever, there was some amazing passes there in the red team. Just saying. You probably missed them because you're too busy talking.
Well, you mean replying to a comment?
You mean doing this talk show
comment,
thing?
Mate, you're replying to a guy called Tim that we don't care about. We don't want to talk to him. We don't want to hear about him. We don't want to see him play because he's obviously bad and he's got a cap on. Whatever, Tim. So if he's like me, all you have to do to make him shut up is, you're right, Tim, you're right.
Tim, you gotta move. You just sat there.
You need some popcorn, Tim. Maybe a coffee.
Oh, he's waiting for the kick. Nice tackle.
See, it's funny. I've noticed that they're often very slow in retreating, and I think it's a habit because the play of the ball is so often so slow that they can allow themselves to actually.
They've got the time
slowly.
to do it.
They've got the time to do it. But as soon as it picks up in speed, they're all fucked up because they're not used to retreating quick enough.
See, he came at speed then.
Yeah,
that's the other one. That's here comes the other one. He gets a bit of speed as well.
Not that time.
Unfortunately, he didn't square up. Whoa, easy on that one, man.
For me, it's like across the board, everyone comes on at pace when they want to just take a drive, which is good. But at the same time, every time they get the ball slowly, they're always then looking to pass. It's like a tell, isn't it? It's like every time they come half speed, you know that they want to pass, so send all your defence up.
Yeah.
If they come 100 miles an hour, they're only sending one person, so it's easier to prepare for as well. If everyone goes 100 miles an hour when they're passing, kicking, taking a tackle, taking a settler, defence can't predict anything then.
Tim, we're England players, mate. We don't drink beer.
You say we don't drink beer. We're not allowed to drink beer. That's the issue.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking in my head, mate. It's like, well, we're not allowed to.
So look at this here. Everyone's on this side. You need to take that far right.
Was that a kick?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They did well to slide over, to be fair, but they
Pass
again
that
just
out.
pace.
Yeah.
Sound like a broken record, but your nails look lovely, darling. See, she was doing her nails.
Woman.
Brad said, "Why are we watching his most hated games?" I'm like, trust me, mate. We've watched ours as well.
Well, tell us, Brad. What games do you like?
Yeah, let us know what you want.
Let us know, mate, and we might watch them. But you know, it's not our fault if you lose every game, mate.
It's more we just enjoy your misery, Brad. That's all it is.
Yeah. I can see you complaining. Oh, my arm! Lucky bounce and scored a try, and my arm's hurting.
Handbags at dawn. Seb is out for blood, isn't he? He's out for everyone.
He's got food now, so he might calm down. Or be quiet. One of the two. He was hangry. That's what they call it.
When she can hear me complaining too much, she brings me brownie. So.
Can you bring Sarah to the next England camp so she can do that for all of us?
Like, as soon as Wayne starts shouting.
Just
Shut up, Wayne.
Oh. That looked like a good kick.
Nearly.
But that's a positive outcome, you see?
Yeah, I can trap him in here now.
In the corner as well.
Because it might not have been a try.
Keith.
Thanks, Keith. It might not have been a try, but it's a positive outcome, and that's the third tackle, and they're still in their side of the pitch. So
yeah, the defense.
I don't understand. What was going on there? I reckon they're just tired. If they've got no defenders, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what Tim was doing, mate. The fence is the other way around, not that way.
It wasn't Tim.
No, go back. I'll show you Tim. Look at Tim. Go back.
Don't go back.
I'm going back.
Oh,
okay, look at this. If he passes the ball now, look at Tim.
Oh yeah, don't never turn around and push backwards.
That's what we pointed out in the England-France game, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the same.
You make up so much room for them to play.
Oh yeah, and it's so hard to defend when you got your back to him.
You're literally better off doing nothing and just sitting there.
Oh, that
tag. Yeah, he looked like he a little strong-armed on the floor there. Oh, I was like, Jack, where did you get this fade? And then no. It's like, oh.
Wait for my star wipe. With the whoosh effect.
I see what you mean, Seb. Every
M'en
time.
fous, je sais même pas quand on va rejouer au rugby, Kiki. C'est malheureux, ça.
Here we go.
What's Keith
Je veux devenir professionnel des jeux vidéo. Huh?
What's Keith saying to you?
That I'm not going to fit in my wheelchair anymore.
Yeah. I knew it was an insult. That's why I wanted to know. Friend Keith.
We can start calling him Bertie after Bertie Bassett. He's made from sweets, isn't he?
Come on, Tim, take it home.
Big Seb. Your big mama. Big Nata.
Isn't that just big cream?
Creamy nata,
Big cream.
Big whipped nata.
What would
Getting
your
naughty
tactic
now,
be
aren't we?
then? Because we get behind. If you're on Tiger side, what's your tactic here? We're at dying end of the game.
I don't know who's in front. It's a problem.
Reds.
Yeah.
And it's about just over 10 points or so.
Well, that's where, like we said with the last one we watched, that's where the more riskier plays come out in order to try and score a try rather than try and get good positioning and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot to sort of make up.
They got the repeat set from that kick anyway, so that's good.
Second best outcome.
Oh, unlucky.
It's a shame. I mean, they still can trap them here.
Yeah.
Nathalie.
Like for the
Big
Dragons, the
Big
Reds,
fat
Yeah,
Nathalie.
take your time.
I would be saying
Big
take
fat
your time.
Nathalie. Big fat
Oh.
Nathalie.
There you go, there's an error. Get it out.
Fat Nathalie. Big fat
No,
Nathalie.
give that.
Give.
Big
Oh, come
fat
on,
Nathalie.
guys.
Big fat Nathalie.
Hands. Don't drive there.
Stop singing Big Fat Natalie.
Just go through hands. You all just going sideways.
You're now.
Excellent hands.
Look how far back you are now.
Excellent hands. No.
And he managed to get it back.
All
pick up.
destroyers.
Yeah, now you just take your time. Oh, I
There
think that
we
was the
go.
final whistle.
Oh, to be fair, that's exactly how we were acting in the World Cup final, wasn't it?
Tim, tell me, why didn't you get the ball back then?
38-26. Ah, the score was right. I got the score right.
Oh, nice,
38-26.
man.
That should have been
man.
play on.
Great
Ah, you
guess
said
work.
I wasn't watching. There you go.
Careful, boy.
St. George win on St. George's Day. Well, it was St. George's Day yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh, stop
But
it.
do not start. I know we don't want to watch that.
T'es sur Google
Get in
Traduction, là. Tu tapes des trucs pour m'envoyer des trucs. Hein. C'est pas possible que tu parles anglais comme ça. Toi. Right. Well, that was great.
Good win for the Dragons.
Tim, mate.
It's good, man. You've got room to improve.
Yeah. Plenty of that. No, on a serious note, though, I think we should have took notes and said,
Oh, what, for individuals?
no, not just for individuals, like global things as a team, what to do and what not to do.
Mm.
And I think what was the most shocking was just the simple play of the ball, like go taking up drives and fighting for it, but then not actually doing a fast play of the ball. Whatever. So you're just losing time, losing momentum, losing everything.
I know on a few of the offensive pushes, the whole team would push up, which unless you're trying to whip it out to an edge, to a wing, you don't ever really need everybody to push up in at the same time.
Someone needs to nominate themselves as I'm going to get the next drive. So you can keep that fast play of the ball.
Yeah, that was the only. It happened. I saw it happen a couple of times, but maybe that's as well wasting energy. Like when you were saying news, sort of by then everyone was really tired. You could see sort of lethargic.
And I think we've mentioned it as before as well. So 5 players on the pitch, so you've got to be available at all times. And we've seen drives where there's a good player of the ball, and then like literally no one's there. You've got 4 players just dawdling there, and not coming, kind of thing. Just and then they, when they realise that no one's going, they kind of take a tiny push and catch the ball, and they've got no speed, nothing at all.
Yeah,
and it's just a shame because that they could be so dangerous, such a threat, and they're not, because they're not using it effectively. Even yours, Seb. Mate, honestly, I think there's a lot of interesting things in that game because you've got so many areas to improve. It just shows how, with tiny details, you could be in a much better team, like hugely.
For me, if you look at what the strengths are their ball handling is brilliant. They can keep any ball alive. So rather than having that as the be all and end all thing that they do, if they then have a couple of options of, okay, we have a couple of tactics where we do just get some fast play of the ball, or we
Yeah.
just have cover runners, or you know, we make more, or we do that what we call hover, and we keep the ball alive and stuff. When you've got multiple options of that, and the whole team knows what you're going for at certain times, at certain sets, puts you in much better position to start breaking down defense.
But it's like, for this, they've got the harder side of the game down. It's the easier side of the game that they're struggling with, which is a great position to be in.
Yeah, that's a good.
Like we're saying, even if you like you say, come in from deep, like basic things like tagging up faster for the play of the ball, coming from deeper, working on your first 2 initial pushes so you can't get that speed increase. Because that's like, when everyone ever talks about Jack, what they don't realise is the best thing that Jack's got is his 2 push acceleration. All his hip throwing and all stuff like that comes all off of that. His sole thing is over 2 pushes, Jack's probably one of the fastest players going. That first initial 2 pushes, he's off. And he carries that speed with him on the rest of the run and then adds to it.
You're right, that is all I've got. It is everything.
Yeah,
I rely on it so much.
But that's it. It's like basics of coming from deeper, tagging up, and then working on your 2 acceleration pushes. It's like work on those, because you've got the ball handling. Yeah, there's other things will come off of that, like straightening up on the end of runs and stuff, because you do overrun into each other quite a bit. But that stuff will come.
You taking notes, Seb?
Yeah.
What's on the fridge?
It's just, where I note down what I want to buy, like cheese, example.
Surely you should be putting like fromage, not
Apple.
cheese.
Yeah. No, Salad. It was just to note down. There's loads of interesting things to note down. I think that, like, as a general rule as well, when you're attacking and you manage to draw in 2 players, in your mind you can't be thinking, beat 2 players, I can get even further than that. No, you've got to stop, make sure you get those 2 players on you, but then really fast play the ball and play for your teammates straight away. And because so often, so many times people in that game have managed to get 2 players on them and then just take an extra push and then suddenly lose all their momentum, and by the time they put their tag on and everything, the whole defense is ready waiting for you again. Whereas that's when you should be able to catch them off guard, kind of thing, on the back foot. So I think that was an interesting thing. And then obviously we saw Tim do it so many times, like the marker, just either push, 1 or 2 meters further away from the marker.
Like even if you just don't go head on, even if you slightly go off and just have him so he's not sitting bang in front of you when you're tagging up, that makes such a big difference, because then he's got to adjust as well.
Yeah, that's beating the drill. I wanted to show that earlier on. So if you're defending, like this is here, this is the defender and you're the attacker. If you just go straight and hit him straight, you've lost that drill, because he's already in position to quickly jump off as marker and go and defend. Whereas if this is the defender here. If you as an attacker do this and then just slightly move your chair here, so you've got your chair in this position and you put your tag on, he now has to reverse and go back in here. Can you see well? I'm really bad drawing.
Get alongside.
But just that, as a marker, takes quite a long time, and so that will stop him from being able to stop players coming up quickly afterwards. Just because you did a slight movement with your chair before the actual tackle. I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear.
Good catch,
mate. Good hands I've got. I should be Australian.
You do not have good hands, mate.
Yeah, so that was another point. I mean, because that happens so often in the game where they just got caught by the marker. But that's in the position where you're winning that duel. But then for the players that's coming after that, they should just try and just stay a meter further away from the marker, or have a second man with you. If the marker is jumping off quickly, just pass it on. And if it's a fast player at marker, you should normally, as a general rule, always go as 2, because he's going to jump off that marker all the time.
Just to clarify, what Seb's saying when he says duel is he means the fight. If you're playing 1-on-1, it's a positional thing for who ends up in the right position. That's what he means when he says that the duel between you. Because if one person has to correct themselves more to get into the next position, they've lost the duel. It's that sort of, that's what he's talking about when he says a duel between the two players.
It was one thing we've always said is like try with the marker is when you take a drive, try to get on the opposite side of the marker.
We're gonna have a
live condiment training. Oh my god!
What are they called? Come on.
So this is herbe de Provence, and this is noix de muscade.
Ooh,
parsley.
So as a general rule, we'll have red as an attackers and green as defenders. So this guy is attacking. So if he just goes up with his ball and hits there, he's lost his duel, as I call it, because this guy can just defend from where he is.
He's already in position for the next play.
If this guy comes up, there's a slight movement here, and the tackle is here, like that. This guy now, Herbe de Provence, the defender, has to come back and position here, so he can't just defend. He's like out of play, kind of thing. He's offside.
And that's
it's just a tiny detail that changes everything in the game.
You guys took the mick out of me when I started with condiments. Look how easy it is.
I didn't, mate. I was like, we need to just keep this going, buddy.
But you can't get your chair out of position because it's hard to show this. Let's do it like this.
Yeah.
There we go.
So if you before the tackle do that, but then keep your chair like that, you've still lost the job because now you've got to go like this and get your chair back straight. So you've got to try and do this and then do that and reposition and then hit him here and have your chair straight.
Like a really lazy S sort of thing.
Yeah, because if you do that and then he knocks you there, and then you do this and then you have to swirl around and whatever, put your tag back on. It takes ages. You just got to get to the tackle, slightly move, make sure you win that duel here and have your chair straight, and then quickly put your tag on. Bam, play the ball. You've scored a try already.
Try to get stuck on them as well, not stuck so that player gets stopped, but have your chair touching theirs, because while you're playing the ball then, and when they try to turn around, you can force the penalty by them turning and disrupting your play of the ball.
Exactly. Yeah, and by doing that, not only is it hard for them to get ready to defend, it also puts them out of positions so they can give you a penalty kind of thing.
Yeah. Well done, Seb. I really enjoyed that.
Details.
I've never been on the other side of it.
Yeah. No, but it's so important. And watching that game was quite frustrating at times because you can see such simple things that should be basics that should be mastered by now. And
does the coach play with you, Tim, as well, or is he on the side? I don't even know if Tim's still in.
I can't remember if he plays, actually. I don't think he does. He might have played way back when.
No, I'm not sure if they're still in here. Yeah, because that's something that from the sideline you can pick those stuff up easy.
Yeah. Right. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the kitty.
Baby.
Well, that was a good one today.
This stream is getting further and further away from Wheelchair Rugby League, isn't it? It's just funny hats and cats. Probably get more views for funny hats and cats, though.
Who runs?
Who actually cares about the rugby part?
Whoever runs your session, Tim? It would be a good thing because it's something that I have to do when I train because I play and coach. Like every so often, I'll take myself out of it just to see what happens and then come back into it.
Yeah, to get an outside perspective of it.
Yeah, because you notice so many things as well. But no, that was.
I really enjoyed that game. To be fair, it's good to have points to pick up on and things like that. But in terms of the actual game, it was actually quite fun to watch.
It's good because you can see how much potential's there. I think that's the more exciting thing. It's like, just little tweaks, and can just rocket it.
Right. So just those little tweaks, and Australia could
England, Australia World Cup final.
It could be such a competitive team.
I'm calling it now.
Oh dear.
World Cup final, yeah, well,
Australia, England, 2021.
It'll be amazing. It'll be great. Hate the French. Bloody French.
Sarah must have left the room.
They're there watching, but we don't have club coaches.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Sweet. Right.
Awesome. Right. Thank you, guys. Remember
whoa. Quiz tomorrow night.
It is tomorrow. That's what I was just about to say.
Sorry.
Send your questions into wheelchairrugbyleague@gmail.com. we've got a couple now, but we need.
If you want to send a video question, don't hesitate.
Video question, picture question, whatever you want.
Get a little
questions can be literally about anything. You know, if you want to ask questions about my cat, go ahead.
I don't think it's that sort of quiz, mate. It's not a quiz about Seb's cat.
Quiz.
Well, if you want to ask questions about condiments, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mate, I'd be screwed. I have to go look it up now.
Awesome. And everyone should always remember to use code Fred15.
Oh!
I got some products from Fred15 for this guy here, and he loves the products. Thank you, Beard Struggle.
But that's actually another point.
Whiskers.
We
have any of the American guys tuning in? Can you please send us in like your best commercial voice? Welcome to the Beard Struggle.
But that's another thing. We've reached out to a couple of little companies now actually to see if we can get discounts or anything like that for people. So if anyone who's got businesses that want to look into promoting and stuff like that, give us a shout. We're just trying to get everyone together and help people out at the moment.
Yeah. So either grow a beard or sponsor.
I'm getting really scruffy. I just want to take it all off right now. I'm going to do it now.
Do it.
Mate.
Right. Till tomorrow.
Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the quiz, 7 p.m. And then we're back for another one of these shows on.
Ciao, ciao. Oh, he literally is just doing it now. What are you doing, man?
Oh, yeah. Right, bye.
Such an idea. Bye.
Bye.